Hi, good afternoon, guys. I'm here with the lovely Geneva, and I have prepped her and just gave her a wipe down with nail prep, and I'm using the new X Bond. So this is the bottle that it comes in, and it applies a lot like Luxio Base Coat. It's a little bit thicker of maybe a bonding gel than what you would use like with OptiBond or something like that. So I just got it a couple weeks ago when all of y'all did, so I'm just starting to test it out, but our chemists are saying it is the best, so I'm excited to see how it works. Geneva really, sorry, I'm trying to make sure I got you centered, very rarely gets any lifting. She's like, you know, one of those heavenly clients that never has problems. We love that. And she picks really fun nail art all the time. So today we are going to do a Glitz ombre after I do her 30-day manicure layer. And so I'm excited to do that. All right, and I have you guys pulled up on a tablet so I can answer any questions you guys might have. So again, this is X Bond. If you are doing it on a soak-off service, it will still soak off. If you're doing, say, Luxio Gel Manicure, it still has a 10-minute soak-off, so shouldn't increase your soak-off service. But just has a superior bond. It's a little thing hanging out right there, and I did not want it to get in my way. Okay, in the light, please. So if you do have someone that is a lifter, like I said, Geneva really doesn't lift, so I'm not concerned with her. But if you have someone that does tend to lift, I would go ahead and use a Fix-It first as an extra primer. But I typically don't need to use it on Geneva, so I didn't use it today. But you would use a Fix-It before putting your X Bond on if you have someone that has any lifting issues. It also helps that Geneva typically doesn't go a full month, where a lot of my clients do. And sometimes I get to see her even more often than that because she travels a lot. This is the remnants of her beautiful henna that she had when she was in India just last week, a couple weeks ago, last week. Yeah. So she is always on the road for work. I get to hear about all kinds of things, and sometimes she brings back in yumminess. We all love that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and use Natural Pink, which is my standard go-to everyday fill gel. You can use Enhance if you prefer. You can use Balance if you prefer. Because a lot of my clients do go longer than 2 weeks, if it's a 2-week appointment, Enhance is really easy because you don't have to build any kind of an arch with it, and you can, you know, there's no worry about getting any kind of a shape. But with Natural, I can get a little bit more of a shape in this, and I liked with this kind of a shape nail, with this almond nail, I like to build it a little bit more in the middle just because it gives it a little bit prettier of a shape, and I can do that easier with a little bit thicker of a gel. So with Enhance, I can't quite get the shape as easily as Balance or Natural. And Balance doesn't quite self-level as much as Natural does, so it's just a different feel. There's nothing wrong with any of them. It's just preference. It's just personal preference. That's why Accents has so many gels. And so if you don't know what to get and you're not really sure if one is going to work for what you're needing, I can just help you send me a text, and I will help guide you on what the differences are. But a lot of the time, it's basically viscosity. And so it's just finding out how you work. If you want something that's really, really stiff gel, then structure doesn't move at all. And so if you're building a really long stiletto, then one giant dollop of structure will go a long way. And it's not going to move on you, so you can get a arch in there very quickly, and you'll be good to go. So again, I'm just getting my gel in front of my brush, and after I go around the cuticle, I put some extra back because I don't need a lot, and then I'm just gliding over the nail and floating over it, removing anything in the front. And then when with this 30-day manicure, what I do when they come back is I just file off their old color, blend in what gel is left, and then reapply this layer of hard gel. And that way you're always protecting their natural nails. You don't have to soak off, and they can grow their nails any length that they wish without breaking them. It's been a long time since you've broken a nail.
Very long time. I think I only ever broke one in the years I've been coming to you. It's very, 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 very rare.
Yes. All right, so beautiful. Go on in the light, please. Just trying to pull this down around the edges. I want to keep it thin around the edges. That's how it makes sure, to make sure it looks good as it grows out. And you don't have thick nails. One of the things that's really important when you're prepping is to remove and bevel out your old gel. You don't want, you know, when you shorten nails, you're always going to have more gel in the middle of the nail from creating a little bit of an arch. Even with the 30-day manicure, you're just gradually going to be creating an arch in there. Not much of one, obviously, if you look at it from the side. This is mostly her natural arch with just a little bit. But what you want to do is make sure that when you're starting, that you're starting with a very thin free edge. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's just very thin. It's basically just her natural nail here. There's not much more. And what that will do is make it so that you don't end up with really thick nails, because your clients want their nails to look like their nails. They don't want fake nails. Fake nails are out. They want nice looking nails that are strong, but still look relatively natural. And then people say, those aren't your nails. And then people have arguments. Do you have arguments with people that say those can't be possibly your nails?
Yeah, and I say they are my nails.
Sorry, I had to put my hair. They are your nails. Mm-hmm. I've had people have to Snapchat their nails before, after I've prepped them, just to prove that they are in fact their nails. It's a silent chat room today. Is anyone here? Okay, again, bevel up around the edges. And touch and glide over the nail. You can see it, check the line of light. You can see that there's a little tiny bit there missing. Just drop a little dollop in. There we go. And pulling this down, that will smooth out the line of light. Hi, Brandy. Hi, Joe. That's sweet. We miss you too. I wish you could make it back to the retreat. It's going to be epic this year. Alright, so just double check it, see that all looks well. And we're going to go ahead and in the light. Alright, so now we get to play with Glitz. So the Glitz came in these little tiny minis, and now we have the full-size jars. So we are going to be using purple garnet, and they now have, instead of having paper that I could stab through, it's plastic, so I actually have to go through and lift this up, which is, I'm going to be honest, a bit annoying. I used to be able to just stab through these, and now they are sealing them with a lovely little plastic doodad. And if you're traveling and you want to keep those, you can keep it, otherwise you can toss it. So the reason I'm opening a new one is because I've been using my purple garnet a lot, so it's getting kind of low. And I'm going to just take my spatula and combine. And you'll see that, see there's the gel. You'll want to give it a good mix when you get it in there, because sometimes the color separates a little bit from the glitter. Bless you, Jessica. She just sneezed. Okay. So after I've given a good scrape, I'll give it a little bit of a mix, and that one's good too. Pewter I haven't used as much of, so I still have plenty of that one. So I think I've gone through too many kits. So let's do purple at the cuticle and pewter at the tip. So I'm going to go ahead and do the pewter at the tip. So you can work with more of this. I'm going to get hold on. There's still, see, there's still a bunch of natural on my brush. Clear that off. All right, so Brandy, it is easy. You could do it too. I promise. All right, so with these glitzes, I've seen some just grab a little bit of it and try to give a full coverage. You can do a full coverage, but you can't be afraid to just float some on there. You don't need more than one coat if you are floating it over the nail pretty well. If you are dragging it off, it's not going to leave enough on there. So the trick is to float it over to get it on. And I'm going to put them on all 5, and then I'm going to blend it up, and then I'm going to do the next color and blend it down, and then top coat. So it's a very, very, very easy, but actually very beautiful set of nails. She will get so many lovely comments. She's going to Prague with these nails, right? These are going to Prague?
Yep.
So it'd be fun to find out what people in Prague think of sparkle like this.
They will comment for sure.
I should find some nail techs and teach a class when I'm there.
Yeah. And the gal, one of my girls on the Indian team last week, asked me if I could bring her a bottle of the blue that she had in my nails, and I said, well,
yeah, because it was
easy.
one color.
Yeah, I'm like, there's multiple things going on here.
Yeah, that was 2 colors of blue plus some foil.
Mm-hmm.
Those were so pretty, though. I love that. All right, so after I put them on all 5, I'm just going to wipe my brush down. Remember, you always squeeze. Don't do this. You'll mess up the bristles on your brush. Just squeeze it and pull. Okay, and then I'm just going to dab and pull. And all I'm really trying to do is make it so that there's not a straight line. I'm not trying to do anything special with this. Just not have a straight line. So when I put the purple on, I'm not trying to like battle a wall of pewter. It's much, much easier if it's blended out. It's nap time.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I told one of my clients when she came in, I said, so today we aren't going to do nails, we're going to have nap time. And she laughed and she's like, I kind of want to do that. And I said, well, then you wouldn't get your nails done. So we scratched that and didn't have nap time, but it was very tempting because I was tired.
I will sleep.
All right, so just a quick little blend, and you could stop like that. If you have someone that wants to go and they want to just not see any grow out because maybe they're going a really long time, an ombre like this is really nice because as it grows out, obviously all of the clear in the back is going to be completely clear. So if you had someone that just wanted silver New Year's, this is going to be hot. So if you had someone that just wanted silver, you could just do this, top coat it, and they're done. But we're going to go one step farther because we can. And it's not New Year's, and you don't have to go that long. All right. So these minis are still available, so if you still want to get a 6-pack, we still have a couple of them left, and that lets you get all 6 of the mini glitzes. I don't know where that little thing went. Oh, it's right here. And so you get, this is the pewter, the purple, the blue, the green, and the yellow. These 3 right here, that's the gold, silver, and rose gold. Those were from the Christmas collection. Those are only available in the full size, but if you wanted to get the mini set of the 6 that just came out, we still do have some of those available. We had ordered a ton to make sure that we'd have some for a while. And they are limited time, so once they're gone, they're gone. But you can now get full-size pots if you've run low on some of them. So again, the trick of these is to float over it. If you go to get some on your brush and you do it like this and you're holding your brush straight up and down like this, you're never going to drop enough off. Hold your brush flat on the nail and glide down, and that will let you drop enough off onto the nail and smooth it out in the process. Typically like to go up just past the natural smile line. like I said, if you wanted to just do one color of an ombre, someone wants to have it clear on the nail bed. Some people ask me, how do you have people that go a month? I said, well, they find ways that work for them, and one of them is to make the nail bed up near the cuticle clear one way or another, and so as it grows out, it's an illusion. They don't see it as much, and if they're really, really picky about it, they will sometimes just take top coat and re-top coat their entire nail somewhere around the 3-week mark, just so that their whole nail and their new growth is all shiny, because their gel's still going to be shiny, but their new growth of natural nail is not shiny, so they will top coat their whole nail, including the new natural nail part, and then everything's shiny, and then they feel more comfortable about it. But most people just really don't care that much. I do a lot of fades, and that definitely hides the grout, but they typically don't bother top coating. I think I've had one in the last couple weeks that came in top coated. Alright, so again, just trying to blend this line so that we don't have a big line under the purple. Okay, switch. So, purple garnet. Gorgeous. This is my favorite. This is the one that I have on mine. My poor nails that are in very bad shape. That definitely need some new love. I've got to decide what I'm going to do with them next week for Vegas. So I start with quite a bit on my brush, and then I remove when I get down to where the garnet is. Then just using the very tip of my brush, I'm just going to pull down, and it's going to blend the two together really easily, just like that. So again, I'm going to get the color in front of my brush, just like if I was doing a gel polish, and go all the way around. And then once I get it starting to get flat, the reason I'm putting more back is because I don't want too much on here, because that makes it really hard to blend it. And then I'm just pulling it down kind of at an angle, feathering it down. Pretty. You okay? Your back hurting? Alright, so pushing it around. So after I've got the cuticle area, I'm going to remove what excess is on my brush. And then starting on this side, going over, just blend down. Pretty. I think you're going to get a little bit of attention. Mm-hmm. Are you falling asleep? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know. Heike, my client Heike, she's been dying for napping nails forever. She's like, you need to do it. You need it. She's like, you could be a millionaire.
Totally. I could be laying down right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm like, well, I need to put a lamp on a arm to be able to make that happen. She's like, do it.
Mm-hmm. I'm like falling asleep.
Like, yeah, but then I'm going to fall asleep.
I know.
All right, so I'm just checking this to make sure everything's blended as good as I want. It's really not difficult to make this look super cool. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys how to do this. This is a 30-day manicure with the Glitz Ombre. All I'm going to do is top coat these and finish around the edges, and she'll be done. So thanks for joining us today, and go get some sparkles.